Turn the fucking mic on so I can trash you on this microphone. Hurry up.
I'm definitely gonna say and repeat what I just said again. I have no problem doing that
Hurry
shit.
up. Hurry up. Speed it
What
up.
the fuck is up with the motherfucking Businesses Cold Hard Facts Podcast, episode 255. I am DNA, the only one, the one and only, of course. Back again, once again, and I have 2 out of the 3 of my co-hosts here in the flesh.
Martin, someone fucking around.
Shout out to Martin, Mississippi boy.
Fuck Martin.
Oh man. We got a lot of shit to talk about. Ain't no good music dropped this week, so we're just gonna be making up shit on the fly.
First of all, that's his opinion.
No, the fuck it wasn't.
He ain't even listened to it, so now that just means that his opinion is now invalid.
I showed you
Don't
something
listen to him.
with
Don't
that
listen
weak
to that
ass.
guy.
That
Don't
weak
listen to
ass rich homie Quad record, bro. That shit was so fucking weak.
But you listen to that.
No,
The
yeah,
one-
of course, it's
the
Rich
one
Homie
song
Quad.
you listen to. And
It's Rich Homie Quad, bro. Last
You
time,
wasn't saying that shit the last time we was talking about Rich Homie Quan.
okay, but the last time they linked up, I know was a top 10 record, bro. Come on, man, because of Rich Homie Quad.
You know,
I hear you talking.
they both peaked already. So
I hear you talking. I hear
But-
you talking.
Again, there it's the only reason why it was a top 10 record because
I hear you
of
talking.
Rich Homie Quad.
I hear you talking.
God damn.
Shit, we know. We already know what that record did. Come on, man. But now he ain't got no verse on the motherfucker, so they made it trash. You feel me?
Look here. I'll tell you something. Preaching to the choir with that one. Keep that to yourself. He ain't even listen to it. How the fuck would he know?
Shit, I listened to the Rich Homie Quad record.
That's one
the
song,
only one.
man.
I'm good.
Damn.
I'm good, man.
You skipped all the way to track 6.
Exactly. Niggas didn't even listen to didn't even press on track 1. That's the crazy part. He didn't even pick track 1. He said, okay, let me look at this
I'm
feature.
good on that.
No features.
I'm good on
I just see Rich Homie Quan.
Hey, guess
and
what?
motherfucking,
In Dolph we
Moneybagg,
trust. In Key Glock we trust. I'm good. I'm good.
We still choosing sides.
Son, that nigga dead, bro.
I'm good.
Let that go.
Damn.
That nigga dead, bro. He resting in peace. Let that go. Let that go.
Yeah, he gone already.
Shit. Take that scarf off. You be saying all the wild shit when you got that fucking scarf on. Take that shit off, man. Let your
Or what
brain-
I've been drinking.
Let your brain breathe. So, you know what I'm saying? You can think correct thoughts. Or at least rational thoughts.
Okay. Hey, some of what I said was like rational.
Nah, it wasn't rational at all. I think you was a little. What you had some dark in you, didn't you?
No, I ain't had nothing.
Oh, okay.
I ain't even had no food yet.
No wonder. No wonder you saying wild shit. Nigga ain't even ate yet. He's delirious and delusional. Somebody get him some soup and some tea. He'll be fine.
Yo, God, he ain't that bad.
He really not.
He died. I just be joking, man. God damn, man. I can't never come on this bitch joking, man.
No, you can't, because you be saying wild shit. Like, if I could see if it was one of us saying some wild shit, it'd be, for lack of a better statement, pause all over this. But he be jumping down niggas' throats trying to, when we say some blasphemous shit that he don't like. But the minute we do it, now all of a sudden it's... Do that shit with somebody else. Don't do that with me. Please.
Why you got the same songs on here twice, though?
I don't know. That's some Apple
the,
Music fluke shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
whatever
he's trying
streaming
to
site
win
fluke shit.
on streaming, so he put the no DJ version on that too.
And on the same one though?
Yeah.
I ain't never understood
tripping.
that, but it wasn't bad though. Fuck what DNA talking about. I just thought that nigga was retired. That was my only concern. I thought he was retired.
He can retire. He doesn't have to.
Speaking
He's
of
put out
okay,
how
so
many artists that's flourishing right now?
Who from where? Memphis or just in general?
I'm talking about from his label.
How many artists are flourishing from his label right now? None. Not for real.
I mean, flourishing enough where he don't have to put out music.
Just money back. Literally.
Glorilla flourishing.
Oh yeah, she is signed to him. I My bad, y'all.
Damn.
I forgot she was signed to him. No, I literally
And
forgot she was signed to him.
Mozzie. And
His output ain't been. He ain't been putting out a lot lately since he got out of jail. So
Okay.
let him cook real quick.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, but other than that, no.
That's
okay.
all you really need is 2 to 3 artists.
Now that I
Really?
think about it, I mean, he was flourishing more than them other niggas. But you know, like I said, my guy's dead, so we gonna leave that alone. You know.
Right.
I mean, ain't nobody else from Paper Route making no noise. Who else on that?
I'm talking about
saying,
CMG. I'm talking about CMG. Yo Gotti. We talking about only Yo Gotti's label.
So you just was gonna do that and not acknowledge it. That shit was just loud as fuck. You right by the fucking mic.
Excuse me. Hey, it's better out than in, you know.
I'm sorry. Alright. Okay.
I don't know who else.
Yeah, I mean, who else do he have?
I mean, all you need is, like I said, all you
Can't
need
say
is 2 to
youngster.
3.
That nigga ain't been put out a good song
Yeah, he
since like
ain't-
2017.
He
man.
ain't put out
No.
yeah.
I'm lying. What's that song he got with Moneybag?
1, 2,
Yeah,
3.
that was a
Let's
few
go.
years ago. That's not okay. So other than that, you know what I'm saying? My guy just ain't. I don't know. He just living and calling people bitches every day. Whores.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a rapper's lifespan be short.
You sure about that? Or is it all depending on who you are?
Depending on who you is. You know what I mean?
Or what you talk about? Or your
Well,
caliber of rapping?
Well, they all say
That's
the
too
same
many
shit.
factors that go into that. Why you
Mhm.
think this nigga Nas is still putting out quality music 20 plus years later? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so it really
Like
just
that.
depends on.
Who you
It
is.
really just depends on people. It ain't even about who you are. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, people still want to hear what Nas has to say. I mean, I'm not saying that like I don't. I'm just saying that because people, for some reason, whatever reason they
Damn.
have personally, what?
No, that's
It's still tickets for Dirk available.
Yeah, well,
Standard tickets. I'm not talking resales either. So
Oh,
I'm
well.
I'm
shit,
shocked.
maybe I was wrong. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Yep.
I feel like by the time the shit actually come, all that shit will be gone. So.
Yeah. That's facts.
when they supposed to come?
August
This Friday.
19th,
Shit.
and 20th. You're doing 2 shows.
11th and 12th.
11 and 12th? I thought it was next week.
Damn, that's tomorrow.
Exactly.
I swear to God, I thought that was
Yep.
next week.
Exactly.
What
He
the-
has
Hold
a
on,
day to sell out.
Oh shit! Yeah, look at that.
And there's still standard tickets left, so that should tell you something.
Well, who knows? We'll see.
He did his best.
Right.
I mean, I didn't even know about the show until 2 days ago.
That's
So I
crazy.
don't know. Maybe that's
I knew about it
maybe
way
that-
before then.
Oh, we'll see.
And I ain't got the money to go see him, so.
Oh, it's not that. I just,
So what type
I
of
didn't see it.
promotion was he doing?
I mean,
He
you know,
did promote it like when he first came out, when he first dropped Almost Healed, or like right before it. And then he said he's also gonna be at the Big Jam. So he's gonna be here on Friday and Saturday,
Let's,
and then he's gonna. Because we start in Chicago, but he knew last time he went on tour, he ended it in Chicago,
Yeah.
which was actually better. So he should have did it that way instead of starting it in Chicago. But he think he's Drake, and he think he's Jay-Z of Chicago, so he's gonna do it first.
Drake. Why you say Drake?
I don't know.
Drake only started his show in Chicago because he canceled the show that was supposed to start it, which was in fucking Detroit. So that's the only reason it started here.
No, I didn't know that.
He had. I guess they was having. I mean, I know y'all done seen the stage setup by now. So
But yeah.
they was having difficulties with the stage setup at first, so they wanted to start the show
Oh,
here. So,
okay.
you know.
yeah,
And they still having difficulties with it because he had to cancel a couple shows and reschedule them.
right, yeah.
Well, no, I think it's the one in Philadelphia that got canceled like completely.
So I wonder how much she's fucking spending to do this shit.
Well, let's see. From the videos I've seen on YouTube, The nigga got a gigantic statue of fucking Virgil with a paper plane in his hand. The nigga got all these fucking effects, like a UFO and like a Grim Reaper and a whole bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? Just floating around during the set. So probably a few mil, maybe.
Right.
You know, because I mean, that's really a minimalist setup. It's just a big ass box. In the middle
Right.
of the floor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. But
you got to pay everybody. You got to pay the effects people, the light people, the smoke people, the fucking
pyro people.
the fucking DJ, fucking all them people.
That's why I like certain acts like spend so much money on making the album and on the tour. And that's why they don't come out as often.
And that's why these tickets be costing like they do.
Yep.
Because
a good
you paying for the experience and you paying the venue.
Right.
You really be paying the venue. Honestly.
Yeah.
They be charging exorbitant ass prices and shit. Like, ooh, Drake's gonna be here. Let's sell a seat that we would normally sell at Bulls games for $25. We're gonna up that price to $250 just cause Drake is here. You know what I'm saying?
But I think I paid $308 to see Kendrick, so that was all. But it was all choreography. It wasn't like he wasn't.
That stage setup wasn't no joke, Joe.
Right? Yeah, it wasn't. It was just like all choreography, and he had like that little seal off chamber that he like faked like he was getting the COVID and getting he was basically in this big ass glass box with 4 people. So yeah, it wasn't a lot. It wasn't no pyro or nothing like that. Not like Travis Scott shit. His shit. He had He had a roller coaster at one end and a roller coaster over the stage.
That shit shouldn't.
And then
that shit shouldn't have worked. I told you that when you went to go see that shit. That shit should have not worked.
And then he had a platform that lifted him up and down and shit. And he had pyro.
If I'm not mistaken, it didn't work sometimes because I was hearing about all these big ass tours that have have production issues. Like the roller coaster didn't work. Like
yeah, but it actually did work
when you went to see it.
Yeah, when I went to see it. Yeah. So
he running these people like this.
Meanwhile, niggas like Brent Faiyaz sold out his entire tour, and all that nigga got on stage is 2 fucking screens. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that nigga sold his tour out in 2 days.
Yep.
Less than that, whole tour. That shit crazy.
Yeah. Also, it could be small venues, so I'm blaming.
It wasn't that small.
I
it
know
was
that,
small, but it wasn't that small.
I know that. I'm just saying, like, if you sell out in 2 days,
the whole tour,
right? It's the venue and the demand. So it's not just.
I mean, the next time he tours, it's gonna be bigger than that.
It gotta be bigger than that.
Because that shit sold out in less than 2 days.
Yeah. So it's sold out on the pre-sale day.
I'm seeing fucking videos of this shit. I'm like, bitches, bought the tickets less than 2 days. That's a small venue, but it ain't no small ass venue. Salt Shed is like the whole Morton's factory up north. So
I don't know.
Well, if you ever driving on the Kennedy ever in your life, you'll see a big ass building with the Morton Salt insignia on the top of it. That's where they used to make the salt at.
Okay.
That's where it is.
Okay. But yeah, it's not. But yeah, he can go ahead and get to the arenas now.
Shit, nigga, when he was supposed to tour before COVID happened, the whole tour sold out in like a matter of days. You know what I'm saying? Like shit crazy. Like
yeah.
COVID just fucked the price of everything up.
It did. Because I paid.
The gas ain't been underneath $3 since 19 maybe 2020, possibly.
Right.
Could be.
It's only paid $180 to see Cole, so.
Cole
and that was a floor seat.
Cole different though. He different. Speaking of which, I just seen a video on Facebook of this nigga with short dreads when he went live about that damn Cole tour, talking about look at these resale seats. I don't even know what resale means.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's why that was my first concert. Shit, once I learned all that shit, at first.
I never knew that.
Yeah,
Damn.
that came Cole. Yeah, that was
wow.
the first one.
Damn, no wonder you ain't know what resale meant.
Exactly.
I was mad as hell. Did I tell you that story? Alright, so I was talking to him about that, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm sitting on the floor, but not like by the stage." I'm like, "That's what's up." Blah blah blah. And I was transitioning between Walmart and Home Depot, so I didn't really have a whole lot of money at that time. So I'm like, okay, I want to go. It really don't matter where I go. It's just like I'm gonna go. So I ended up buying like a ticket, not like high in the nosebleeds, but in the nosebleeds. Like I could see pretty good, but it wasn't like he was a dot. You know what I'm saying? This nigga goes, "What you tell me?" Something wild.
I said something about. Well, I went live on and then tagged you. Then I tagged you and Ryan. So
but
yeah.
he said something personally to me. Like I forget what it was. Like he said some wild shit. Like, "Why would you sit all the way up there and shit?" And I told him that was all I could afford.
Oh yeah, damn, that's probably what it was. That's probably what it was.
Man.
And so look, this is exactly how my experience goes. I looked at all the open acts. I wasn't an Earth Gang fan yet, so I was like, okay, whatever.
I knew about Earth Gang.
But I knew about it, but I wasn't a fan yet.
I was a fan then. I'm so glad.
So I was cool with pretty much missing all the open acts because it was like
Jaden Smith.
was like Jaden Smith, Earth Gang, Young Thug, Cole. Cool. So for all three open acts, guess where I was?
In the line.
In the merch line.
Yep.
I was in the merch line. Now I'm not mad because, you know what I'm saying, I don't give a fuck about these guys. Like I listen to some of their songs, but it's not like so I don't have a burning need to see none of these people. So I get out the merch line right as Young Thug is finishing his set. So I got to my seat right when Cole was about to come out. But here's where I got mad at. I came there with my family. So my brothers was there, they brought some people. So we was all there, but we weren't sitting together. Yeah. I found out that these niggas was sitting in the very first row by the stage. I was pissed. I'm like, you motherfuckers ain't say shit.
That's about $300-400 seat right there.
Y'all ain't say shit. Like this nigga came all the way from Kentucky. He didn't buy his ticket. Y'all just gave him one, and y'all sitting up front. Like the fuck?
You know,
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
But no, it was all good though. We all had a good time. Either way it go.
Jaden Smith, he came all the way to the end of the crowd. And I was there. Like you can see, like I think he jumped off the stage, like to perform Icon. I think he performed it twice.
That was lit. I know that only because I could hear it. So.
Right, yeah. When he performed Icon, the second time he jumped off the stage, ran all the way where I was sitting. So I was in the back, on the floor, but in the back, all the way to the back.
There was a lot of folks in there too. He was there. My homeboy Malcolm was there. This chick I used to mess with, she was there. My brothers was there. Obviously, I was there. There's a lot of people that I knew that was there. It was crazy. Just randomly seeing niggas all over the All-State Arena. Like, what the fuck you doing here? I didn't even know you like that.
Mark that down as a legendary.
That was a legendary night for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what made me mad. I missed the off-season tour.
Yeah, that was one of those ones that was like, yeah.
So who give better performances?
Well, he done seen
Kendrick
2 out of the 3 supposed, this era
Kendrick.
So.
It's Kendrick, still Travis second, Cole, then ASAP.
That's just what you seen.
From what I seen, yeah.
Okay.
What about on the R&B side?
Shit, I know. I ain't only seen BJ. I only seen BJ and everybody he performed with. So that's Luke James. Damn, who the fuck sang that song? That's a flipper song. I forgot. I fucking forgot. I guess you can count Don Toliver as a.
You saw Don Toliver.
So yeah. Oh well, shit. Don Toliver is above BJ the Chicago Kid right now. So.
Yeah, he got too much energy for me.
He's like a lower tier
Travis
Travis Scott.
Videos and I'm like, can anybody understand what he's saying? because he starts rapping the words and then starts screaming and shit. Like,
Oh yeah, bro.
like nigga, half your songs you don't even scream. Like most of your songs you don't scream. Why are you screaming? Like,
Yeah.
Trying to make sure y'all hear.
why can't you?
I can only imagine what the fuck his next album is gonna sound like.
Don't think too hard on that last one. They ain't even that old yet. So,
Yeah, I know, and I still play it every single day.
So for me, Cole probably at the top. For now. Then it was small, but the second best concert I ever seen was Currency and Wiz at the House of Blues. Yeah, because it was just the vibe was very positive. And then Larry June right after that, because that show was lit. I didn't even think it was gonna be like that. Like it was just like if you listen to him, so you know how the music is. But when you go in there, it's like, yo, this shit is crazy. Like the shit was busting from the time it started to the time it ended. It didn't have no drops. There wasn't no breaks. The nigga brought Alchemist out. Like it was crazy.
Yeah, straight to the point.
Yeah, man.
He was a little upset when I told him that.
Oh man.
When I told you he brought Alchemist out.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, I still.
Cause this peep the scene, right? So we was sitting. I don't know if you ever been to the House of Blues, right? But in the House of Blues, there's like a few like things in the balcony, right?
Yeah.
A little duck off room. So that's where we was at. So I'm phasing. Say the TV is the stage. I'm like right here, so I can see towards like what backstage is at. So I seen the hat first, and I'm like, I know that ain't what I think it is. Then I seen the trench coat. I'm like, yep, that's Alchemist.
Yeah.
I just wish that I had been like, you know what I'm saying? Because he brought out a lot of people for like the entire tour. Like he had Big Sean on a couple dates. Alchemist was at a lot of them. Action Bronson was just at the last one in LA. Who else? I'm forgetting somebody. But pretty much everybody who was on the album was there, except like Wiz or somebody.
Right, because Wiz is on his own tour. That's all he does is tour. Wiz.
He ain't got no choice.
Yeah, because he's independent. Like.
No, that ain't why. Because you know how last week we was talking about some of them artists who drop heat, and then might drop a mid project in between that.
Josh.
So he is one of those artists that has dropped. It's like heat, mid, heat, mid. Shit like that, right?
Yeah.
So the last couple projects from like 2021 to now have been like heat, mid. You know.
Yeah.
So
There's been a lot of trash out there. He didn't drop the whole project full of trash.
There's some shit on there. I mean the whole thing ain't that great. But, you know, there's some stuff on there.
Yeah.
There's some stuff on there.
Yeah.
He ain't never gonna give you a album that's just straight garbage.
Right, yeah. It's like the EP, you heard the EP he dropped, right?
The See Ya joint? The long shit?
No, I forgot what the fuck it's called. I
He
don't
dropped
know.
a new one?
He got, I think, 3 or 4 songs on it, and then he got Ty Dolla $ign on
You
it.
got a few of those. You gonna have to dig a little deeper.
I might have to go to it then.
Because the most recent one.
It's recent.
Most recent project he dropped was See Ya.
Yeah, I seen that. That's the one I don't like at all.
There's some stuff on there. Not a lot,
I think
but there's some stuff on there.
only like one song off that whole project.
That multiverse shit had some shit on there. All of it wasn't great, but you know the shit that was the shit was the shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a Wiz fan.
Hype me up.
Nah, I ain't hear that one.
Yeah. I guess the last.
Oh, here you go. Oh, that just came out.
Yeah,
I ain't know nothing about this.
So the joint. See, this is why I wish he was still on a major label, because they'll push this Ty Dolla $ign song. Like they'll like anytime him and Ty Dolla. That's why they need to probably do another project together, because they done one.
At least
before.
they clarified that See You was a mixtape.
Yeah, like they'll push the fuck out of this Ty Dolla $ign song, bro, because it got a sample in it.
This one of them ones that's heat. One of them ones that's heat.
Yeah, I started listening to it. I did, yeah. I started listening to it.
What are you doing with your life? Like,
Yeah. I started listening to it, but I just haven't finished it yet.
yeah, that's heat. This would be mid though.
Yeah, it's like maybe only three or four
mid.
songs off there.
But this heat though. This straight heat. Every song called.
I ain't listened to that either. It's a lot of I'm
serious. Today, take how long is this? It's 43 minutes. Take at least half an hour out of your day and listen to this. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, you gonna thank me.
This hyped me up. Yeah, I wish he was still on Atlantic, like, cause they'll push the fuck out. Yeah, it was that was solid. That him and Ty Dolla $ign.
What they sample on the Ty Dolla $ign?
It's an older record. I fucking forgot. I gotta listen to it again.
Luckily for Wiz, he didn't drop more heat. He didn't drop mid.
Because anytime it's like it's a smoking cool joint. Like he know how to make them joints that's like that you can just chill and smoke to and vibe out to. So that's one of those. But what else we can get into? Y'all want to talk? Oh, go ahead.
Ain't nothing happening music wise, man.
So what you want to talk about?
Tory Lanez.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let him have that.
That's fucked.
Oh well, you know he's.
No, I'm gonna let him take that. I'll just come in.
Oh well. What I want to say is like he is updated. Like he's only gonna really serve 7.5 on good behavior.
More than likely.
Because if he already served like a small chunk of it already. But still, that is a long ass time to be without some Tory Lanez. But I noticed something.
He got so much shit out there. We don't
know. I noticed something. Also, I want to add to my take about this. 6ix9ine is basically stole his sound, like exact carbon copy. Like if you listen to, I wasn't trying. I just randomly went to 6ix9ine page and saw that he's fucking basically doing Tory Lanez's whole sound right now.
So he dropped a new song.
No, he's got a Spanish album and it sounds just like a Spanish Tory Lanez.
Unbelievable.
Basically.
So, about that Spanish album, real quick, I know Tory said he was gonna drop it and shit like that. He had been planning to drop it for years, right? But let's just not skip over the fact that 6ix9ine is actually Hispanic, whereas Tory Lanez is not. So,
right.
I mean, it's cool if he does that.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, I feel you, but you can't really say that that's copying him because he already is.
Yes, I get that,
so,
but it's like.
I'm not trying to make up excuses for the
If you go listen to that shit, you would have sworn it's basically Tory Lanez.
I never heard Tory Lanez Spanish album either. So.
But just imagine him doing.
That's like me listening to what's Bad Bunny's last album? It's like me listening to that. Like
yeah.
I just like.
That's basically what it is.
Bad Bunny got some nice beats though.
He do. I'll give him that. I will give him that. No, that's not to say he's a bad artist.
Yeah, but 7 to 10 years is a long time.
Yeah. That's what he get though, bro. Like whether I think he shot her or not is irrelevant. Cause
you think he took the rap for sure?
I don't know. I really don't know. Like people see shit on the internet and then automatically just draw their own conclusions. Like none of us, nobody knows what the fuck happened that night.
Ain't no video evidence.
Ain't nobody exactly, and that's the thing about it. Like there's no video evidence. That's like so crazy to me. Like everybody always
it's
recording
probably
everything
out there, but they just probably won't bring it up to light because it's like so big. I don't think Megan want that out. I really don't think Megan want that out
because she embarrassed probably. Because of what happened,
but she's like really.
What's the truth for sure? Because niggas kept saying it, is that she did not initially come out and say that he did anything until his ass started fucking tweeting. Yeah. So, for no pun intended, he shot himself in the fucking foot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, nigga, all you had to do was keep quiet.
Yeah.
He go on Twitter every other day talking about, I'm going to keep quiet about this. And then you proceed to talk about it. Not only do you
And put
proceed
out
to
a whole
talk about it,
project.
you put out a whole album about it.
Yeah.
Like, what did you expect was going to happen, my guy? But me personally,
And the album is actually solid too.
me personally, I honestly think they should have just deported his ass. Like, okay, lock him up, whatever. But you really want to stick it to that nigga pockets, deport his ass.
Right.
Tell him he can't come back to America.
That would be fucked up.
See? At least you free, nigga. But you can't make no more money in the States. You can release music however you please. But you can't tour in this bitch no more. You got to make your money solely in Canada and overseas.
So he in jail in the States.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably gonna be locked up in Arizona somewhere. Or Cali. Who knows?
The landscape of music gonna change so much.
How you say that?
In 7 years? Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It kind of changed.
I mean, but we all know that nigga is adaptable, so, you know, who knows?
Yeah.
Somebody hear some shit and be like, I know what to do.
Yeah, it changes like every 3 to 5 years.
And, I mean, to a lot of niggas, he still ain't came out from the Drake comparisons, but you know,
But you can definitely tell a
he's
Tory Lanez song.
No, he's carved his own path, but the Drake comparisons will always be there.
Right. You can definitely. I think some of the best examples of Tory Lanez, if you want to know who is Tory Lanez for real, is like the Chicks tapes. Just, no?
No, I agree, but I'm saying, like, if somebody comes to me, don't know shit about the nigga, and say, what should I listen to get into Tory Lanez? I got you. Chicks Tape 2, New Toronto, and what the fuck is the name of that tape? It's not an album. Is it? Whatever songs he dropped on Fargo Fridays. You want to know who he
Okay,
is.
yeah. Before
Before the first album came out. I
Okay.
would direct them to all the pre-album, the pre-I Told You shit.
Okay, before I told you. Okay.
But I Told You is the perfect example of who he is.
Yeah.
But that was
It
following,
still got
that was following that
splashes of-
trend. That was following that trend of autobiographical albums, and niggas was going after Kendrick did it.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
So, that's still his best album, man. Personally.
He's got a lot of
It's a lot of
songs
shit.
that I'll probably remove from other albums to make the perfect.
I think I Told You was perfect. I wouldn't change a single thing about that album. Nothing. Not even the weakest song on there is terrible. Yeah, but pray that 7 to 10 years goes by quick for that man in there.
Yeah, I just hope it don't go quick for us.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh shit.
You fuck around and get out earlier than that if you behave yourself, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hold it down, P.O.P.
Ain't nobody listen to the Corday record?
I haven't heard it.
Okay, he flipped like something that didn't really need to be flipped, but I get why he flipped it. It's an older song that is probably older than him, but I felt like this particular record that he flipped, it wasn't really for him. Felt like I felt like it should have been somebody else to do this. It's cool that he did it, but I'm like, it's not showing his lyrical ability. It's just showing his range. Basically, he can dip outside of the lyrical miracle type shit, and
He ain't ruined the classic like NLE Chopper.
I wouldn't say that. It's just not like high in replay value.
That Hot in Here remix was terrible.
Let's talk about Utopia for a second.
Okay, it's the third week. That's cool.
No, I'm saying like
Yeah, he reviewed it.
It's
Yeah,
actually the second week.
Oh, the second. Yeah, the second. It's just we.
He hasn't talked about it yet.
No, he hasn't
let him
talked
get
about
that off then.
It was
Tell the truth.
It was great production. You know, it never says nothing that interests me. You don't say nothing that interests me, but I don't expect that no more. But you know, great production.
I mean,
you know, good party records. You know, for those that go out, I'm sure they enjoying it. You know, I don't get out much, so it's just much for me.
hey, look, this is what it is, though. This is what it is, though. See, I feel like certain, like well, we knew it. I knew what to expect. Like I said, like you can't give this project is not for the hip hop heads.
So what did y'all rate?
I gave it a 10 out of 10.
Originally,
I
I
gave
gave it like a 6 or a 7. I bumped that up to about a 7.5 after multiple listens. The songs that I think are weak are still weak to me. Some of the songs that I thought were not necessarily trash, but they weren't that great, are fine to me now. I still stand. He don't like K-pop. I do. So I'll be in the crib like this too.
Yeah,
The song grew on me, bro. Like when I first heard it, I'm like, okay, this is alright. And then I saw the video, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I like this. So that's not what I want to talk about, though. I want to talk about the charts. Did you see them?
Well, I just saw what it sold.
So
went number one, and
it went number one, right? But as far as the songs are concerned, the highest charting song, of course, is
Meltdown.
Exactly, but it didn't go number one. It went number 3
because "Fuck You Mean" still is number one.
No, "Fuck You Mean" was never number one.
That's Apple Music. My bad. Go ahead.
"Fuck You Mean" was never number one. Actually, Morgan Wallen has the number one song in the country.
Right. Yeah.
So the 2 top songs in the country are not country songs. Country's having a resurgence for the last couple of years. So
I mean, I feel like the only way
he had the power to do it.
Yeah. He has the power to do it, but the only way I see a hip hop artist claiming that number one spot is a hip hop artist, like fully hip hop. Like I don't.
What was the last rap song to go number one? Does anybody know?
I have no clue. Can somebody look that up? But that's all you have to say. What you rate it?
About a 7.
Okay.
About a 7.
Yeah, that's what I expected. I expected from that. I expected that from y'all. Like a nigga like me, I'll go see Travis again just for this album.
I'd never go see him. Not because of the music, but just because
of the tragedy.
No, I was feeling that before that bullshit happened.
Oh.
Fuck that.
Just want to let you know, nothing
really
like, happened.
I'll be in there like, I'm ready to go home now because these motherfuckers is wild.
Well, it's like a non-stop.
It's about the people.
Yeah. But it's like most of
them
them people are
minds,
on the floor. If you think about it, like most of them people are on the floor. They're gonna pay $500 plus to be on the floor to do mosh pits and all that shit. Everybody else is pretty tame. Like everybody else is like smoking weed, getting high, and just jumping in that area. They're not jumping off the fucking balconies and shit. Like that would be insane.
What was that you had said about hip hop artists having a number one single?
It would have to be a fully hip hop album.
I don't believe that.
Somebody who's in the big 3.
I don't believe that either. Just because of what I just read.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Give me 1 second. What the hell was the name of that damn song?
But I mean, like I said, I'll go see Travis again. I heard it coming in on the 25th of September, and that's a rumor.
Until I see actual dates, that's a rumor.
Yeah, I heard. That's why I said I heard. The 25th of September, that's a Monday. I don't know if I'm going to go for sure, but I possibly will go. Possibly. If I can see 50 Cent and Travis Scott in the same month, that's an alright month right there.
I heard he's selling he's selling out everything for an album that's 20-something years old.
Who that?
Yeah, that's 50.
50.
Oh, 50? So, J. Cole was just in New York last night saying
Yep.
that Get Rich or Die Trying is the greatest album of all time.
Yeah.
One of. I wouldn't say it
There's
was
definitely
the
one of
greatest.
them. But, you know,
Definitely.
J. Cole's entitled to his opinion. I'm not going to
Yeah,
disagree with that.
yeah.
That's how he feels. Because he was in New York around that time, so it
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. It makes perfect sense. It's like you can't really. The probably the impact in New York alone was it was probably like I think it's in different interviews. I can't remember exactly who said what, but somebody said he was either Tony Yayo or somebody else.
It's probably Tony.
That said it was like almost platinum in like 3 days. So if it was almost platinum in 3 days, then yeah.
The last rap song to hit number one was Jimmy Cook's.
So it's
Slash.
like I said, it's gonna be one of them big three. If it's not Drake, it could be Cole, possibly still this year.
Does Wait For You count as a Drake thing? Or
That's more of a.
that's
I feel
Future,
like
right?
that. Yes,
That's
Future.
a Future song. So
It's a
like,
Future song, but it's
would
assisted
it
by
have
Drake.
win? Would it have win number one without him? Is what I'm asking you.
If Drake wasn't on Wait For You, yeah, I think it's a crossover record.
Yeah, so the Future's not one of those top three. So
I mean, well, okay, it's crossover record.
Drake's name
was on it.
help carry it.
Guess so.
I want to say that, yeah, but I still feel like it would have went in that top three if he wasn't on it.
Okay, so the last rap song that went number one that didn't have Drake on it was Lil Nas X,
That's like what 2018, 2019,
2021.
2021. Okay, damn, I went too far back. That's cool.
The song with Harlow, that shit.
Okay.
He
Okay.
looking at this up like, why did that go number one? Like he don't know.
I know why. I know why.
Like he don't know.
Yeah. I had a split second to thinking that, but yeah, I get why. But hey, we ain't doing that shit now.
Okay.
You want to discuss what Jeezy's best
Hold on,
album
wait.
was?
DJ Khaled has announced his 14th album. He ain't got a name for it yet.
I think he did.
No, Till Next Time. That's
Yeah.
the name of it, I
So
think.
next time. Yeah.
First
He
single
put-
will come out tonight featuring Lil Baby, Future, and Uzi.
We ain't asking for it this time. We talking about it next time.
Right. Yeah.
What is it? What's
I'm
the
good.
rush?
Oh shit!
Oh
What
yeah,
is the rush?
I just noticed this. He put out the same, like, I guess Khaled. He put out the same Jordan as before, but he just slapped We the Best on it. Those threes, I was upset about that.
I ain't see
The
those.
same threes I got.
The Blues?
Yeah,
I thought them been out.
they was out before he slapped We the Best on the back of them bitches.
No, I'm talking about the ones
That's
with
what
the
I'm
We the
saying.
Best on them. They was out, weren't they?
Right, but they came out after those came out.
They did?
Yeah. It's the same exact color. He just slapped We the Best on it.
I swear they came out before that.
Yeah, they did come out. I'm telling you.
No,
he
no,
just
I'm not talking about.
re-released it and slapped We the Best on the back of the
When
bit.
did those come out?
And I want to say 2020. I want to say
These came out
2021.
in 2018.
So I might be off there.
No, I was just making sure because I'm like,
Though, right. If they came out in 2018, then Then
Yeah, that was
We the Best came out. The We the Best ones came out last year or this year, whatever. He dropped them off.
Yeah, see, here it go right here. Them, right?
Yeah, exact same shoe.
Yeah, that's 2018.
What can you do? Somebody go bow.
Somebody bought them somewhere.
Just to say
I
they
hope
got
to
it.
God he also didn't release the black shoestrings with him. He came out with black shoestrings. That's exactly why I bought them.
I don't see black.
And
shoestrings.
also got them because They was blue.
Because you
and-
GD. Just say that, bro.
Nah. I also got them because I knew I could get them a day before my birthday, so that's why I got them. No.
We do not gangbang on the Cold Hard Facts podcast.
That's right. Exactly, yeah. Exactly, yeah.
Tell her we.
But man, don't nobody care about this damn DJ Khaled album, man. Like, I don't,
Somebody do. Somewhere.
Yeah,
In this
somebody.
world, in this great big world we live in, somebody
You
cares.
cry about not going number one again.
If Tyler the Creator released on the same day, probably.
Oh,
somebody was
shit.
like,
I
heard DJ Khaled dropping. I think it's time for Tyler to release more mysterious music.
tell them to put out an EP. I bet you that shit go number one too.
That's what. No, you know what? I think we're gonna. You know, Tyler usually waits every 2 years to drop a project, but I don't think we're getting one this year just because he dropped
The
State
State
Sale. So he's probably gonna take another year, not a year, but he'll probably.
We'll probably get a couple.
He'll probably drop
surprise-
next year.
Like a surprise feature from on a ASAP Rocky album or something.
Or he'll drop next year.
When
That's
the
what I'm
next
thinking.
A$AP Rocky album come out.
It's supposed to come out this year.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Right, exactly, hopefully. But I think Reason drops tonight. I think
I'm
he
glad
drops.
you mentioned his name. Did you see that video of him on whatever show he was on, whatever podcast he was on, and fucking Top Dog Son called onto the show talking shit about him to his motherfucker?
No, but what exactly happened? I
Hell,
don't know.
let me go to Twitter. Or, I'm sorry, X.
It's
X
Twitter.
now.
It's fucking Twitter.
This is X, sir.
It's fucking Twitter.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid.
That shit says X. I
That-
don't care what you say. I know it's Twitter.
They still call it tweets.
No, they don't. Well, I don't know what they call them, but guess what? Retweets have turned into reposts. That shit weird. Every time I see that shit, such and such reposted. Reposted? What the fuck that mean?
Shit.
But they repost everything else. Like everything else is kind of repost though. Like on Instagram and
Here you go. Basically, Musa from TD had a heated exchange with Reason on the Back on Fig podcast. Talking about, can you name 10 Reason songs Dave Free said don't sign them and called you a substitute teacher? You sitting in a room with two men that don't know your music and you can't blame the label. This is the president of Top Dog Entertainment. This is Top Dog's son talking this shit. And literally the day before this came out, the day that this interview came out, he had literally reposted this nigga album. So somebody is lying here.
and also I think he's like the second to third best rapper on that label right now.
According to my brother, he's the best, but
He could be the
no.
because
That's the-
Ab-Soul's still there and fucking
Well, he don't listen to them
Schoolboy
guys, so he wouldn't know.
and Schoolboy's still there, so
He
yeah.
wouldn't know because he don't listen to them guys. So
shit.
anytime he ever says that to me, I let him have it. But it's just like, you can't say that, and you don't even listen to these other ones.
Yeah, oh yeah, man, you know.
Let me see what you got.
That,
Oh, we talked about that.
Yeah.
That was funny. I laughed from a good, healthy place.
yeah, I mean, low rating it, but
But it's Pitchfork. They always
it's
giving good albums or decent albums low scores. You know what I'm saying? They give Pitchfork is a rock fucking magazine. They give all their high scores
Right,
to
yeah.
rock and pop albums. Like, fuck them. They're
It's
not
almost
rock.
like whatever.
Read XXL and don't really take what they say with a grain. You know, take what they say with a grain of salt because they be picking the most trash rappers for their freshman classes for a minute now.
Yes.
So, back to this TDE situation. This ain't the first time that I've heard some shit going on at TDE.
Yeah, it's like almost like when
Like, nigga, what's wrong with y'all? Y'all don't. I want to go have.
because Kendrick been wanting to leave, and once he left and put out.
I agree with you, but I can't really say Kendrick because Kendrick was they fucking bread and butter for years. So they couldn't trash him even if they wanted to because he was making them money, a lot of money.
Right.
So even if they wanted to trash him, they couldn't. But these other niggas, look at
SZA making
they
them money
literally
now.
like Top and them basically gave that nigga carte blanche to do whatever the fuck he wanted to do. That's why albums like To Pimp a Butterfly exist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They basically like, all right, nigga, the first album was monster, the tour was crazy. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. We gonna roll with you. Whatever. Don't matter what it is. Them other niggas, like Schoolboy, probably the only other dude on there who, I'm not saying that all of them don't do what they want to do, but it's like a lot of them guys, like Schoolboy, his riskiest album ain't his best selling album, and that's Blankface.
Right.
Because Blankface sounds completely different from Oxymoron.
Yep.
Like way different. And then Blankface, I'm not Blankface. Crash Talk is a decent album, but he was really playing it safe on that, like
Super
real
safe. Yep.
So, it
That's
really
why
just
it's
speaks
like
to a testament to
his worst album by his fans.
Crash Talk.
Yeah.
They not wrong, but it's still a good album.
Yeah, it's still good.
But it really just speaks to a testament to them because, you know, SZA was talking that shit years ago before Control even came out.
Yep.
Saying that they wouldn't let her drop for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, let these artists drop their fucking music, dog. Like, and then somebody was like, well, maybe it's because Reason is only signed to TDE. And I was like, I thought he was signed to Interscope. Or was I confused?
Let me look this shit.
Because if he's just signed to TDE, then I could see that, but...
Let's see. Reason. Here we go. Reason is signed to TDE and some Virgin. That's who he signed to. Virgin. But yeah, I mean,
and
like,
they don't really push
Ray
anybody
Vaughn.
else.
They don't push Ray Vaughn, and he's like,
they don't push me, but they just signed him. So like,
what's that? Last year or 2 years ago?
Last year, they just signed him last year.
Okay.
So I get that because you feel like a nigga gets signed and they should just automatically start being pushed. But we all know with majors or even independent majors, let's call them that, they don't push niggas right away. Not all the time.
Right.
And you can tell who they believe in and who they don't based on who they pushing and who they not.
Right.
So I don't think they really believe in that boy.
Right.
Because they're not pushing him for it. Like they'll post little freestyles, little singles and shit every now and again if they dropping something. But they're not spamming you with it.
Right.
I don't even think Top might have posted some shit about Steppers on his Instagram last year. Maybe. But I don't remember seeing it.
Right.
It makes me wonder what the hell is going on with that. Because you got all these artists that are great, that want to drop. Like it took Ab Soul how long to drop this last one? 6-7 years maybe?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crash Talk.
Dog Ass album came out in 2016. He just dropped the project last year.
So what?
Why did it take so
How
long?
long it's been since
Crash Talk?
Schoolboy? Yeah. 4 years? Okay.
Just about 4 years.
And then
It took SZA 5 to drop fucking SOS.
yeah.
Isaiah Rashad, it took him 5 years, but he was going through some shit.
Right.
So his is understandable. He was going through a lot of personal shit.
And then J-Rock.
J-Rock still ain't dropped.
Right.
It's been 5 years
Redemption.
since Redemption
Was the
dropped.
last year.
And that came out, I think, in August. I think it was either July or August of 2018. So it's been about 5 years, like on the dot.
Right.
He putting singles out now, so
Yeah.
he's getting ready to drop, I think.
Right.
But
Yeah.
that's crazy. Like, why take y'all?
That's kind of good that two TDE artists is dropping around the same time though, because it's like giving you a double dose of TDE. So,
But it's like,
because-
why take y'all so long to drop these projects? Like, and don't get me wrong, somebody told me quality takes time, but I've heard quality come out and a nigga just dropped maybe 2 years ago. Right? Look at Tyler.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So, what's going on over there that niggas can't drop music? Because Isaiah Rashad was talking that shit a few years ago, talking about he couldn't drop no music.
So So it's
What
mainly,
reason?
it's mainly the label fault and not the artist fault.
According to Musa, that's the nigga who's the president of TDE. He said, don't blame the label. But all signs point to y'all because all y'all artists take so fucking long to drop new shit.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't even hit these niggas on features like that.
Yeah.
Not like that, no.
So what the fuck y'all
I
got
think
going on?
reason he's been like semi-consistent, where he can drop he can drop something if it's not a song.
Because he believes in his craft and he believes in his talent that he'll drop random freestyles on his Instagram. He's dropped EPs,
Right.
a couple since New Beginnings came out.
Right.
So he can, he ain't necessarily making no money off that, but he dropping shit.
Right.
It's like, why isn't the label behind it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder if is it Top Dog? Is it his son? Is it fucking Punch? Like, who the fuck is it that's calling these shots and telling, like, what the hell is going on over there? And then the only thing that they can say is, y'all be hella running with this narrative, nigga, because niggas is wondering.
Right.
Y'all fans are wondering what's going on.
Straight up.
Fuck people who hating. The fans are wondering what's going on. The motherfuckers who you supposed to be catering to. You gotta say something, my nigga. You can't just come out and say y'all following this narrative. Nigga, get on here and say something. You ain't gotta fully explain yourself. But shit, just be like, alright, well, this is why this shit is happening.
Right.
You know? Because it can't be an artist thing, because if we know rap like we know rap, these niggas is always in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
So even if they live in life, taking care of their kids or doing whatever, these niggas is always in the studio. So it ain't like they ain't making music. So why they can't drop?
Some of these niggas got studios in their crib too. So
Yeah. They probably
Nigga,
got
fucking-
albums in the tub.
And then somebody tried comparing TDE with Dreamville, and I said, don't do that. Here's the reason.
I
Like,
think they
as far as
drop
consistency.
every single year.
As far as consistency, and I said, don't do that because if you look at the artists on Dreamville, Cole has specifically said that he's a label boss, but he don't feel like one. He lets these artists have the freedom to do literally what they want to do. Literally.
Right.
Like, y'all got a home here, but y'all can do what y'all want. You know what I'm saying? So, like, look at Earth Gang.
Yep.
They pretty much, they came out with their first album. They dropped a group project with their group that they've been having before they even got signed to Dreamville.
Yep.
Then they dropped their second album. Now they finna drop a bunch of EPs.
Yep. I like when they first did that, when they first got signed to Dreamville.
The only person on Dreamville right now that's not really doing nothing, even though he is, because he just dropped something like a couple years ago maybe, is probably Kaz. He probably the only one. Because he ain't dropped an album in 5 years.
Luke and Omen.
Luke just dropped like 2 years ago. Omen is the other one, but see, I don't know what's up with that. I really don't. Because out of all them niggas on the label, he drops.
Ain't he a producer too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But out of all them niggas on the label, he dropped the least.
Yeah.
He literally has one album.
Right.
That came out in 2015.
Right.
So
I
don't know
guess
what's
when
up
you
wrong.
getting if you getting in your producer bag so much, then like you can like not care so much for the
About
artist
rapping.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like,
I don't think he does. I think he like being. I think he's content with where he is.
right. Yeah.
Which is cool because some
He's probably-
rappers,
yeah,
some rappers
'cause he
don't
got-
want to be.
Cause he's on one of those
He
plaques.
on
Yeah,
the,
one
he
of those
on one. He on the.
couple plaques. So
Mm-hmm. So he
and he got a Grammy, probably. So most likely. No?
I don't think so. Grammy nomination.
Oh yeah, nomination. My bad.
Nah,
Yeah,
you know,
nah.
which was, shout out to Dreamville once again because a lot of niggas who was unknown got Grammy nominations behind that. So
For real. Yeah.
you can say like some random artist somewhere like, oh yeah, I got Grammy nominations because I produced this on that, or I got a production credit or writing credit on that.
Right.
But yeah, like Omen probably the one that dropped the least because he only got one album. The rest of them dudes, the rest of them people, they're pretty much consistent, But at the same time, if you look at it, Box ain't dropped the album in like 5 years. Guys ain't dropped the album in 5 years. already 4 years to put ASL out. So there's a I guess the question and the thing that I'm hypothesizing is it really like a time thing? Like is it taking time, or is it like it's personal shit, or is it really the label? You know what I'm saying?
I can say label. I can say label. I definitely can say label. But I'm not.
I'm surprised you didn't know about that.
Oh,
that was crazy as hell when I was saying that shit. Like,
I saw it, but I didn't.
Artist,
I didn't really read it for real. I
it
saw
dropped tonight, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
it dropped
good.
tonight.
Yeah, I'll be tuning in on that one.
That and a bunch of singles. I think there's a whole bunch of singles that I didn't see dropping. Let me go look at this.
That nigga Yeet dropping tonight.
I'm good.
Yeet. Oh, Rihanna had a baby, y'all. I don't know if y'all care.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I seen that just now.
That's the second one?
Yeah, that's the second one.
She's going to be pregnant again in about a month.
Yeah, yeah. Rocky ain't waste no time with that one. He like, nope.
Yeah.
You ain't going nowhere, shorty.
Yeah. Yachty got a couple singles dropped. He got one with Miguel.
He had one drop recently that's actually kind of decent.
I gotta listen to it. I haven't looked.
It's called.
Let's see it.
Hold on, let me find it for you.
Ghostface is coming out a song with Remy Ma.
Yeah, he is. Solo Steppin' Creep Boy. He just dropped the EP last week. I don't know why Strike is on there again.
Gucci got a single dropping. Raw 49, if y'all want to check out his For God.
Usher got a single out. Did y'all hear it?
I did, and I didn't really like it too much.
I ain't hear it yet. I'm gonna listen to it on the way home and see how that go.
It's like, to me, that feels like it should have been a younger person behind that.
What you mean?
Because of the topic, not because of the singing.
Let me ask you a quick question, since we on the subject of Usher. Do you remember his A project was Zaytoven?
I do remember that.
Did you like that?
It was alright. It wasn't all that.
Did you feel the same way about that as you feel about this song?
Kind of.
Because I heard somebody say that, and I'm like, nigga, he's like 40. You think niggas stop doing shit just because they get older? Like,
yeah, I know. Like, it's, but at the same time, it's like,
shit, I would think that it's
mind.
worse as you get older.
I think I didn't, because it's Usher, I didn't really mind it. Mm-hmm. Because, like, you know,
it's Usher.
It's still, yeah, it was still solid.
Mm-hmm. Y'all listen to Mario new single?
I heard it. That's decent.
I was afraid that it was gonna be terrible.
It's alright.
It was alright.
What about that Sierra and Chris Brown? Y'all heard that?
I listened to it. Yeah,
that was decent.
Yeah.
People keep saying she's stuck in the past.
It's like, you know, like she's
going what?
And she pregnant again.
She's going what work for her.
Right.
Halle Bailey dropped her first solo single.
I haven't heard it yet. I haven't heard it yet. I heard snippets though. From what I heard, it's hot. It's decent. People say she probably gonna do better than
she might.
Chloe.
Because I mean, people were saying that, you know, when I listened to Chloe album, because I actually listened to it, when I did listen to it, a lot of people were saying that she was trying too hard to be sexy, and I'm like, I don't think she's trying too hard. I think it's just her solo pen needs work. Like when she writes with her sister, beautiful. Her solo pen needs work. You can't just most in the sexually charged world that we live in now. You think that that's all you got to talk about. It's not all you have to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not all she was talking about.
Right.
It's just those were the songs where she kind of like falters. You know what I'm saying? When she sings about other shit, it's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
What about them people that them white folks got beat up with some chairs?
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
You don't know shit about it? I don't know shit about it, but I know what happened. So, a black security guard in Montgomery, Alabama was, I guess these white people were being a little, I don't know if they was being rowdy or whatever they was doing, but they was doing something they had no business doing. And he was just doing his fucking job. And you know how white people get when they get drunk. You know, doing dumb shit, especially Southern white folks. Doing dumb shit, wanting to jump the security guard. So when they tried to, the security started trying to fight these white people, he was getting, I ain't gonna lie, he was getting his ass whooped. He was getting his ass whooped.
Yeah.
Because, he ain't saying it was a bunch of people, you know what I'm saying? He was getting his ass whooped. A bunch of niggas came out from nowhere and just started, dragging these people off of them and started whooping their ass. A bunch of black folks out of nowhere. Don't know if I know some of them worked there. I know that. But the rest of them, I don't know where they came from. But it was just crazy. Like, it was just coming from everywhere. It just got busy. One little dude, he about 16, he swam to the shit.
Yeah. Swam right across.
Some random dudes came up, was arguing with some dudes on the boat, whooped the dudes on the boat ass. Some random old ass nigga came out with a white chair and just started Stone Cold Steve Austin and niggas all over the place.
Crazy.
Till a bunch of black cops came and arrested him. I think that's some shit. Like, whose side are you on? The whole time I was watching it, I'm like, race war.
That's what it looked like.
Show him the footage.
I don't
Real
think
quick.
I got it no more.
Hold on, let me find it for him. You heard the song behind it? Cool
No.
Buggy? I know you heard the song behind it.
That man took that hat off and swung it.
Nah, dog. He literally Bobby Schmurdered that motherfucker.
Yeah.
But the funny part, which would make you think it was staged, is the fact that the man literally, like, somebody was recording. And it almost looked like this man looked at the camera, looked back, took the hat, and just threw it up, and it started. I'm like, nah, you couldn't have, like that type of shit, you can't plan that.
Yeah, so Disney, Apple, Amazon, YouTube have all expressed an interest in streaming NBA games.
They need to do that. They're probably gonna charge us more for it though.
Yeah.
But also at this hour.
No, this the thing. I want to see the actual fight.
Yeah, he took it back. You get a chair shot.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it to you before we sign off. Gotta start from the shit, bro. Look. I guess he wouldn't move his boat.
That's crazy.
That nigga said.
Wow.
Wait. I'm gonna show you the swimming nigga, and then I'm gonna fast forward to the chair. See, look, niggas coming from everywhere. We don't know where these niggas came from. Niggas coming from everywhere.
What the fuck?
It look like a fucking episode of the Boondocks. Like, where's these niggas coming from? The video is so much funnier with the cussing, but they cut it out. I think you wrote it. Alright, let me show you the chat.
Crazy.
Did you see it from the other angle? The angle off the boat?
No, I only seen that one. The first.
There you go. This should be the chat.
You put this on pause?
No, it's still on.
See it.
Yeah. We still rolling. Ain't nothing wrong with that. They know what I'm watching. They should know. I apologize. but I need to see it. I could pause it.
Niggas is crazy.
So yeah, that was interesting.
They shouldn't have been fucking with
funny.
them folk, man. Talking
Yeah.
about, man, like, fuck you jumping the black security guard for. That's all y'all don't have. I don't know if, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't want to put my niggas in a position like that. I don't know if niggas in Chicago getting down like that. I don't know.
Right. So
That'll have to happen for real. For me to, like, see.
Illinois is the 5th worst U.S. unemployment in June.
June?
In June alone. Yeah.
It ain't because people ain't hiring. It's because niggas don't want to work.
Exactly. Niggas ain't trying to work, bro. That's it. Well, no. It's a combination of niggas don't want to work, and niggas don't want to work because, you know, COVID, at the time, niggas was doing their own thing, you know what I'm saying, busting these players, so that's what they want to do. But the flip side of that is these jobs, COVID done came and went, all this shit done changed, all these things is happening, and these jobs think that they can still pay these niggas this minimal ass pay.
Yeah.
That's what it really is. That's what it boils down to, bro. We done talked about this several times. Me and you personally, we done talked about this several times. The amount of the price of shit in the world going up consistently. But they like, all right, this is what we gonna do. We gonna give you a $2 raise. So you ain't gotta say how much you make. Let's just say you get a $2 raise on top of what you make now. Cool. You got the $2 raise. You happy as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, gas prices go back up to fucking $5.50. You feel me?
You know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't make sense. Nigga, right now in New York City, an apartment that's about from right here where the DNA shoes at to right here where this modem at is $1,200 a month. From here, and it's from here to this wall. That's the space of a New York City apartment. $1,200.
Yep.
That's crazy.
A studio like this, but small. You know what I'm
Crazy.
saying? Closet, damn it, closet space, my nigga.
$1,200 a month to live in the jail.
Niggas is making $15, $16 an hour, and you expect me to pay $1,200 for this closet?
Where you expecting me to get the money from?
On top of, and then you telling me, oh well, you gotta pay water.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta pay
Light.
Depending on where you at, you gotta pay water. You gotta pay gas. You gotta pay what's that? You
Lights.
Say? Lights. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you gotta have your essentials as a person. TV. The game, if you a gamer, you got your computer. You gotta buy a bed, lamps, clothes, food,
You know.
all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? How the fuck am I supposed to survive in this world? You raise my pay, and then you raise my pay, and then them niggas over there is raising up the prices of everything else.
Everything, man.
That makes no sense. That's why niggas don't want to work for real, because niggas ain't paying nothing for real.
Right.
And it's a shame that I gotta go all the way to the fucking outskirts of the Chicagoland area just to find a good job.
Yeah.
Without having a degree or knowing somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm comfortable sharing this because it's pretty much known news. My big brother right now, that nigga went to college and shit. Got his bachelor's, got his master's. This nigga making almost $200,000 a year off 2 degrees, right? And then it's, I'm not gonna say myself. I'm gonna give you a nigga like my other brother right now who's probably making like maybe 20 an hour working at the airport. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not saying you can't. The point of my statement is there are jobs out here that you can make a decent amount of money without having a degree.
Yeah.
But you gotta go through hell to get them
Right.
and to get to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody in that come up in this world ain't gonna be no corporate nigga. Let's just be honest.
Right.
It ain't for everybody.
It ain't for everybody. But it gotta be something better than this.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
For sure, for sure.
It's crazy because a 50-cent can pop is now $1.
Fuck that.
Shit is outrageous, man.
This is like I notice this shit all the time, but this is when it hit me. It hit me yesterday. I went to McDonald's and I'm bought 2 McDoubles and a large Sprite. Now, if y'all know what y'all know, my McDonald's eaters out there, if you know what you know, pre-COVID, that shit cost about $5-6.
Yep.
That shit cost me 10.
Shit is
2
crazy.
McDoubles, bro.
Yeah.
Shit that you be on the fucking dollar menu.
The McDoubles
2 McDoubles was $1. Large pop was $1. Large pop ain't even $1 no more. It's like $1.25, $1.50, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and for those of you who like to pocket watch that listen to this podcast, no, this does not mean niggas on this show is broke. This just means that we tired of this shit.
You know,
I know y'all tired of this shit. You can have money and still be tired of shit costing how much it costs.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? I hear niggas with money say that daily. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, they robbing us out here, bro. Niggas can have a whole. I can go over to Africa with my whole paycheck and live like a fucking king, dude.
yo,
Here I can barely make ends. I ain't gonna say barely make ends meet, but it's hard. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's
So.
Yep.
couple activities, you
Definitely.
back to square one. Same day you get paid.
Don't let you have no girlfriend.
You know,
Feel me?
Unless she cool with.
Don't let you have no girlfriend because you know how these women out here be. Not all of y'all, just some of y'all. You know how y'all be.
Unless your girl cool with staying in the crib a couple times and doing the movie thing.
Yeah, nah, if you got you, I was just talking to a girl that I'm cool with. She called herself lit bitch, meaning she out all the time. I say, if you a nigga and you got a lit bitch, you gotta have lit bitch money. For sure. You can't be with no lit bitch and not have no money. At all. You gotta have somebody that know your speed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit, being a woman in today's world is a bill in itself. A bill. Talking about women be like, can you pay my bills? Bitch, you is the bill.
For real though.
Like let's keep it a bean. Like you is the bill. I'm not necessarily. That's not me necessarily. I'm saying I'm complaining. It's just like don't come up here like I need you to do this. I need you to do this. I need you to do this. Bitch, you a bill itself. I got bills on my own. You talking about pay your bill, so you the bill. You the whole bill. Because everything I'm doing equates to you. Like.
Yep.
So nah, you shouldn't have no girlfriend if you like broke. Hell no. So that's my whole point. Get you some money, my nigga. That's the whole point of this entire conversation. Get you some money, my nigga.
nigga.
And my ladies too. Get y'all some money, man. Like,
For real.
Don't never
need to be
don't
mooching
never
off us. and
don't
shit.
never don't say that. Don't be
living off
trying to depend on a nigga. You know, depend on that nigga, like talking to women, having conversations with women, you know, that they be wanting niggas to make their lives easier. Like a real woman wants a man to make her life easy. You know what I'm saying? She's not necessarily saying, oh, I want you to do all this for me. It's, I just want you to be, you know, give me some breathing room.
You're stepping.
Same thing with us. Like, we just want you to give us some breathing room, nigga. I can't always, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not saying, like, for those of us who have an abundance of money or are good with our money, we good with our money so we can do all this. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of women be like, well, you only complain because you ain't got it. No, that's not why. Because look at the contrast. You know what I'm saying? Like,
For real.
it's not that. It's really just, you know, we got to give each other breathing room. This is a partnership. This ain't a business. Well, this is a business. It's not a business. This is a partnership. This ain't a, I pay every bill in this bitch, so you must do everything I tell you. This ain't that.
No.
Because if it was that, it could be that if you wanted to be that, but you want to be ready to hit the door. You know?
Yeah.
But that ain't with everybody. So,
For sure.
like I firmly say every time, do what the fuck you want to do. Stop letting people on the internet and people you talk to dictate what you do in your life. People gonna fuck with you regardless. Or not. That's it. I'm
If
done.
they don't,
Drop the mic. I'm done.
you know.
Yeah, man. So, I'm gonna end it on this because I think Bernie Mac's birthday was not too long ago.
I think it's
His
birthday
passing.
or his passing.
His passing. If it was his passing,
Hold on,
and rest in
don't
peace.
say nothing yet.
Okay.
You already said it. So.
Damn, if it was his passing, rest in peace, Bernie. I was just watching Bernie Mac show a day or two ago. So yeah, man. That shit is a fucking
What's
classic.
the day you said passing?
Okay.
August 5th, 2008.
Yep. And one of the best quotes he got is
Just
be yourself.
People
If they don't like you
not
be
to
yourself,
Fuck 'em.
fuck them. And that's how we're going to end it. We see y'all next week.